Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar today. I am Kim Rayfeld, Director of Marketing and Public Relations for AMAG Technology, and I will be your host. But 2024 is shaping up to be an exciting year for AMAG. We have a lot happening at the company, and I am excited that we have these monthly webinars to share our news with you. We designed these webinars to keep you updated on everything that's new, whether it's products, services, or our company. The goal overall is to improve our communication with you, as well as share information about our Symmetry security management system. If you have any questions today, please type them in the Q&A box, and we will address as many as we can at the end of the webinar. If we don't get to your questions, then we will follow up with you after the webinar. So today we welcome back AMAG's Product Manager of Hosted Solutions and my partner in crime, Matt McIntosh. He will talk about the importance of a visitor management system and why it's critical to the security of an organization. And then I am excited to show and talk through our brand new website. So AMAG Technology offers a unified, open, and integrated security platform that empowers businesses to effectively secure facilities and meet compliance. Our comprehensive Symmetry security management system sets us apart from our competition in that we offer a complete solution to manage identities versus our competition who may offer 1, 2, or 3 of these solutions. We manage identities using access control, video management, identity management, command and control, visitor management, and mobile credentials. Our Symmetry solution helps our reseller channel and end users solve security and compliance challenges. The Symmetry security management system, along with our ecosystem of best-of-breed technology partners, operate together to provide a complete and integrated solution for you. All of our webinars and much more are available on our YouTube channel, which I invite you to subscribe to. Now I am going to hand it over to Matt, who will talk about the strategic importance of implementing a visitor management solution into an organization.
Hello, everybody. Again, my name is Matthew McIntosh, and I'm the product manager of Hosted Solutions here at AMAG, which includes our visitor management system, Symmetry Guest, our physical identity and access management software, Symmetry Connect, and our Bluetooth mobile credential software, Symmetry Mobile. So today, as Kim said, we're going to talk about visitor management and the benefits of implementing a visitor management system over your traditional kind of paper-based visitor management systems that are being used right now. Next slide, please. So traditionally, visitor management has realistically been done through just paper-based systems where a person might have a logbook or a sign-in sheet at the front desk. And there they might come up to the receptionist and gather some static and some limited information such as names, contact information, the time of arrival, the reason they're there, who they're there to see, and if you can catch them on the way out, the time they departed, it may be an initial or such. From that point, if they're given any type of badge or such, it will be either handwritten or some kind of pre-configured badge or credential that is just handed out. Nothing really tied to that visitor, nothing to prevent somebody from being able to take it and give it to somebody else. So not the most secure ways. And then as far as the data that we collect from these logbooks or sign-in sheets will be filed away. And they can be used in case of emergency to try to grab and see who is possibly in the building and potentially a way to reach them. And for historic purposes, you could go back and look into it and try to see who was in the building that day, but it would be pretty long and tedious process to be able to do and find the information out that you're really looking for. Next slide, please. Digital-based visitor management systems such as Symmetry Guest offer a number of advantages from this. They can help streamline the whole check-in and check-out process through the concepts of things like pre-registration, visitor welcome codes, and self-registration kiosks. They can lead to better data being gathered, for which can lead to better decision-making with the concepts of visitors becoming identities, watch lists, threshold notifications, and metrics as well. And finally, they can ensure that the organization has helped meet their regulatory compliance with things like policy management and also visit approvals. Next slide, please. So from a point of streamlining the check-in process, the first thing we want to talk about is pre-registration. This is a really small concept that makes a huge impact. So typically with traditional systems, if it's a very important visitors coming to town, or if you have a large group, you might give the lobby staff a heads up on that to what to look out for. But really, you couldn't handle much more than that. Otherwise, it's just going to be things that are lost in emails and such. Pre-registration, that takes care of that. It allows any host to register any visit ahead of time, which does a number of things from both a customer perspective as well as security perspective. First, it allows us to know ahead of time who we're expecting to be in a building at a given time and day. This allows us to collect some of this information that we're looking for, so we can now collect more information and more precise information based on the type of visitor it is ahead of time, because we're not holding up the lobby line by having them fill out forms there. Gives us the ability to run checks and make sure that the people that are scheduled to be in our building are truly people we want in the building. We can do this all ahead of time with the pre-registration. We can also give us an idea of what kind of staffing we need to prepare the building for. Is the lobby going to be busier than normal? Should we have more staff available to help with lunch and such as that? So it gives us all this information ahead of time rather than scrambling to react to the moment when the person comes in. Next slide, please. Another way to improve the overall speed of the check-in and check-out process is what we call welcome codes. This is either going to be a QR code or an alphanumeric code that is sent in an email to the visitor when they first get registered, that they can come into. They can either present the welcome code to the receptionist or kiosk, or they can scan the QR code or have the receptionist scan the QR code. And this is going to bring the receptionist or the kiosk straight to that visit for that visitor. You don't have to go through a list of currently scheduled visits. You don't have to worry about trying to spell out a name or such, so the receptionist can find it quicker. Scan the QR code, the visit comes up, and you can proceed with whatever steps you need to do to check in, whether it's take a photo, sign a policy or such, but get you through that process real quick. Checkout is the same thing. Come in, scan the QR code, brings up that visitor, and they can be checked out very easily. Next slide, please. And finally, there's self-registration kiosks. I mean, the key to doing more with less is to automate, and kiosks do just that for us. Instead of just having people come up to receptions and stand in line, you can have one or more kiosks that a user can go to that'll allow them to either enter some information ahead of time, sign policies, take their photo, and then proceed to the receptionist to finalize that check-in process. Or you can have the kiosk right there, print out the badge. The badge can have the visitor's photo on it. It can have a QR code to act as your credential. So right from the kiosk, you can walk into the front door, scan the QR code, and be given access into the building. So kiosks are really a great way of doing more with less. It's easier to have a lot of kiosks lying around than necessarily hire more people for the receptionist. And it just takes some of the weight off of those guards and allow them to be there in case somebody needs additional help for all the purposes, but let the general visitors just come in and be able to go through the kiosk. Next slide, please. Next thing digital visitor management systems can do is just help us collect better data. The first way we can do that is by turning a visitor from just a name on a sign-in sheet to an actual identity and be able to track their history. How many times have they been to the building? How often are they coming into the building? And with this information and with this collection of data, we can now improve our security and also improve the customer experience. From a security standpoint, we now have all the related data rather than Jane Smith being an entry on a log sheet where we can't necessarily totally prove whether this is the same Jane Smith or a different Jane Smith. With the visitor as an identity, now we can see all the times this person has been scheduled, who have they been scheduled to see. If some anomalous behaviors or events occurred during those times, we can sit there and see how many times this person was on the premise while these events are going on. Is there something going on there? We can kind of get a better idea of a possibility at least. And then from a customer experience, the more we know about the person, the better experience we can give them. Everybody likes to be remembered. So from this, if it's a vendor that came in 6 months ago and talked to another colleague, you can see that visitor history. You can go to that colleague and ask questions, kind of get an idea. So when this person comes back, it's just a better experience overall for them. Next slide, please. Then we have the concept of watch lists. So with watch lists, it's any person that we want to flag for, just to kind of point out. A lot of times this would be for malicious reasons, and it might be an ex-employee or somebody that has had problems in the building before that we're flagging. But you can also use it to flag some people that are important, the stuff that you want the receptionist to be highlighting when they come in. With the watch list matches, we can also have additional triggers. So if a person gets registered that is on the watch list, that can go out ahead of time to a security manager or a building manager, so they can react accordingly. Maybe they just talk to the host and find out what the purpose of the visit for. Is this something we really want to do? If it's pre-registered, we can cancel that visit before the person actually even comes on the grounds. You can also have notifications go out when they're checked in. This again just gives complete transparency to people to say, hey, this person is in, was registered, they're now in the building, just be aware, and go from there. So it allows us to collect and see who's being checked in and being registered that we want to flag, as well as when they're actually in the building. Next slide, please. Another ways we can collect and use better data is through threshold notifications. So with this, we can set up the notifications for how many visits per day or per hour that the lobby is typically set up to handle or typically sees. And then when either more visits are registered for that, either that day as a whole or by that hour, we can send out notifications to key personnel to know that, hey, maybe we need to add some extra staff to the lobby and have some more people around just in case it's going to be a little busier than normal, help with the crowds and help people get through quicker. Again, improve the security by getting people through the lobby quicker, improve the customer experience by having it will be less crowded and less of a entanglement. Next slide, please. Finally, it's a matter of being able to put all that data together through the use of metrics. So from here, we can start to see the total trends of visitors in our buildings, in our locations. We can see the total visits, the visits based by month, by day, by hour, just so we can understand what days of the week are we having the most visitors, what time of day is the most visit, where the spikes are, where do we need to have additional staff, where can we cut staff back from, making sure that we're using the building in the optimal so we can ensure that we're having the most efficient amount of staff and needed for the amount of people that are coming into the building. Where are those trends going? Is it going, are we seeing a higher increase of people? Or are we seeing less? Again, make business decisions off of actual data. Next slide, please. Finally, visitor management systems can help you meet your compliance needs. Through the main way we can do this is through policy management. This might include NDAs that a visitor needs to sign, waivers, or just safety practices for the building. Through the use of policy management through the visitor management system, it's not a matter of going back and forth in emails and making sure that these are in place, but the system can keep track. You can set up if a document needs to be signed every single time, or if it can last 6 months or a year. For example, if you want an NDA signed every 6 months, but you want the visitor to see the safety policy every single time they visit, we can set that up. And then the first time a visitor comes, he's going to be asked to sign both. The second time, if he comes 2 weeks later, the NDA we're still good on, so he doesn't have to be displayed that, but he is going to see the safety information, the safety policy, and have to sign and acknowledge that before the visit can be checked in. So with this, we can really customize it to make sure that we're capturing what information we want from the user every time they come in to the building. Next slide, please. Finally, we have just the concept of visit approvals. So here is a way that we can make sure that whether you want necessarily your host to have their managers approve the visits before they can go through, or if it has to go through a certain number of levels of approval, it goes to the manager and then to a security manager, finally to the building manager as such. We can set up visit approvals to be able to handle multiple approvals in a certain order. So if you want it to go through the manager and then to the security manager, if the manager rejects the visit as it's not needed, the security manager doesn't have to get a notification and be bothered with for something that is no longer needs his approval. These approvals can be used to make sure that we're understanding who's in the building, that all the visits coming in are getting their due diligence of if that we actually want this person on our premises or not, and making sure that their notifications are going out to the people that need to be notified about these things. In the case that you might have the administrative assistant to the president or such, you don't want their visits to have to go through approval or go through any scrutiny. you can set them up to be excluded. That way, the people that need to have these approvals go through, and the people that it doesn't need to, you can avoid as well. So those are just some ways that a visitor management system can help improve the speed of the check-in and checkout process, improve the data that you get, as well as help you meet your compliance needs. Again, for an AMAG, we have Symmetry Guest, which is our visitor management product that can handle all these items. If you have any questions, you can reach out to your regional sales manager and they can answer any questions that come up or do schedule a demo as needed. With that, I'll take it over to Kim, who will do the marketing update and show off the new website.
Thanks, Matt. So if you guys are going to be at ISC West in Vegas or Expo Seguridad in Mexico or the security event in Birmingham, I invite you to stop by AMAG's booth to learn more about our Symmetry Guest Visitor Management System. So as a reminder, if you have any questions, please type them into the Q&A box. All right. So as I mentioned, a lot is happening at AMAG. And I am excited to announce that one of the biggest changes is we've launched a brand new website. So I'm going to just take a second here and bring it up. Okay, you guys should be able to see that now. All right. So this project was a year in the making, and there are several new pages that will help you not only better understand our offerings, but help you be successful, help you with your customers. So I'm going to give you a short tour here of the website and show you what's new. So this is our brand new homepage, and it easily identifies who we are and what we do. It talks about the pillars of our company. We're all inclusive, versatile, we have simple integrations, and we lead with compliance. As you scroll down, talks about each of the different solutions that we offer, and you can scroll through to see them all. And we've got this nice little pop-ups here that will give you more of an explanation. Here we've got our new product graphic that talks about our solutions, and if you hover over here on the X's, it will give you more information about each of our product offerings. Here we've got some testimonials from some customers, and we've got a dynamic news and insights section. So as new content is added to the press center and blog, it will appear here, and so it's always changing. Same with our videos. And we've got request a demo here at the end. But moving on, and I think more importantly for you, we've got a brand new utility bar here up at the top. So this is an important difference to our old site. We didn't have this at our old site quite set up this way. This is where we are including our most important resources for our customers. So here is where you'll find the Contacts Us page. So if there's anybody that you need to get a hold of, you would find it here. We've got our key support contacts. So if you need any sort of support whatsoever, at a glance here, you have emails and phone numbers. Scrolling down, we've got a map here of our territories, which I'm not going to pull up, but this is for US and Canada. Here you've got each of our regional sales managers and ways to contact them, phone and email. Same with our global strategic and national accounts team, our international team, and then we've got how to contact each of our offices, the one in Hawthorne, the one in Tewksbury, and the one in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Next on the utility bar is we've got a support page here where we cover training, repairs and returns, and technical support. So if I click on that, it will give you a quick glance and help you get to where you need to get if you need support. So we've got a section here on our site support agreements with a link to our brochure. We've got our technical support here with phone numbers and a link to the tech support, how to contact support. Same here with customer service orders. We've got ordering best practices for the Americas, as well as ordering best practices for EMEA and APAC. We've got a link to our partner portal. Excuse me. We've got a link to our training page and a link to our RMA page. And again, this is more dynamic content. So really at a quick glance, you guys can get to what you need to get to. So if I click on training here, you can view all courses easily and get more information about the types of courses that we have to offer, when they are offered, how to enroll and register for classes, so on and so forth. Training and recertification, upgrade your skills, training recertification, and then even our video library linked to our LMS system, where we've got a bunch of on-demand classes that you can take a look at, or videos, I should say. Moving on, we've got repairs and returns, quality assurance and customer satisfaction. This will walk you through anything that you need for our RMA policy and the actions that you need to take if you need to make a return. And then same here with tech support. Again, information to contact tech support if you need to contact tech support. And then here is a link onto our partner portal. So moving on here on our About AMAG page, I'll just quickly go through this. Talks about who we are and what our goals are. We've got a nice word from David Sullivan, our president. One of our value propositions that sets us apart is that we manufacture our own products. So we've got a short video here talking about that. Our numbers speak for themselves. Our guiding statements and core values. We've got a nice section here on our leadership team. So if you're interested or need to know more information about who our leadership team is, here we've got Dave Sullivan, our president, Ewan Abbott. And if you click on this, there's bios on each of them. So if you ever need more information about who our leadership team is, here you will find that. We also have a section on our history. I've had some inquiries over the years about our over 50-year history here at AMAG. So we've got that detailed out here in our story. More and some sections on careers, news and insights, and how to sign up to receive communications. Real quick, we've got a press center here for our latest news and information, including our logo. So if you ever need our logo for anything, you can grab it right here. We also have our blog. So this is where the Symmetry Scoop lives. We send out a customer newsletter called Symmetry Scoop at the end of every month. That lives here along with blog posts and when we're featured in the news, as well as any press releases. These all live here on the blog. But if you guys ever need to access the scoop for any reason, you can find it here. Under what we do, this is brand new. We've got a mega menu, very exciting, where we talk about solutions and we talk about our products. So under the solutions section, this includes information about the types of technologies that we offer. This content is more general in nature for those who might be new to security or new to a certain technology that they are researching. I'll just give you a quick look at the integrated systems page just to give you a taste of that. We talk here about integrated solutions, which is a core message for us. Talk about real-time monitoring and incident response. We're scalable and adaptable. The different pillars here being cost efficient, data analysis, and compliance requirements. These are important for your systems to protect your organization. And then if you want to get started, you can request a demo or ask for more information. Also under our what we do here, I'll just give you a quick look at our access control. So this is where we have all of our products listed. So here, for example, expand beyond the door with Symmetry Access Control. So this whole page talks about our Symmetry Access Control system, how it's open and unified. We've got testimonials from customers. We talk a little bit about each of the softwares that we have to offer: business, professional, enterprise, and homeland. And then here you can find more information and links to door controllers, card readers, and audio by Zenatel, our good partner Zenatel. Then we've got some FAQs here at the end. We also have some industry pages. If you're interested, take a look at those. We've got full pages on each of these 8 vertical markets for now. We will be expanding these. This is new. On the old site, we just had a paragraph or 2 about this, but we will be building these out more throughout the year. We've got a brand new partners section here. This one I think is real important to you guys. Right here under technology partners, we have a dynamic offering. Our page is dynamic in that you can click on, let's say you want to find out, you've got a Symmetry access control system and you want to find out which biometric readers integrate with our Symmetry access control system. You just click there and a list of companies will come up. We have this set up for Symmetry access control, Symmetry Connect, and Symmetry Guest. We still offer the Symmetry Integration Matrix for version 8 and version 9, so that has not changed. We just have a little bit more offering regarding, we just have an easier way to find which technology partners integrate with which products. And then coming soon, we're going to be adding banners to the companies that we actually sell ourselves. That's going to be coming soon in the next couple of months. So moving on, we've got a page here just geared towards consultants and how we can support consultants. We've got a page here for integrators. Our path to success is together. So we've got an entire page about why you would want to become an AMAG integrator and what we have to offer. And why you should partner with us. And then for those who want to become an integrator, they can inquire here for more information. And then we've got a page about how to become a technology partner. So we're always looking to expand our Symmetry Partner Program and bring on additional technology partners to provide better solutions for our customers. So we've got a page now dedicated to that. Then another thing that is brand new that I'm very excited about is we have a resource library. On our old website, we had just had a resources page that had many, many links to different PDFs. This is also set up to be very dynamic, and you can drill down to exactly what you want. So if you're looking for a blog post, a brochure, case study, data sheet, video, or a white paper, and you want it to be about a certain product, you can drill down and ask exactly what you want. Here are some topics, and then you can also drill down by industry. So if you're looking for a brochure about Symmetry Guest, our topic for today, boom, you can pull up Symmetry Guest and click on it, and it will automatically pop up for you and you can download the PDF. So I'm very excited about this new website. Like I said, it was a year in the making, and I'm really happy to finish the project and be able to provide a resource to our improved resource to our customers. So I am going to stop sharing my screen here, and I see that we are out of time. So I guess if we've had any questions, it looks like we may have been working on those, but we will definitely get you your answers to your questions after this webinar. So thank you, Matt, for presenting on today's webinar, and thank you to Jamie, who is making sure that everything is running smoothly behind the scenes. If you guys have any questions, as always, please reach out to your local AMAG rep, and I'm sure we can set up a meeting with you to discuss anything that you are interested in, whether it's Symmetry Guest or our other products, or how we can partner together. As always, the full webinar and previous webinars are on our YouTube channel. As soon as we end this webinar, a survey will pop up in your browser. Please take a second to fill that out, because we always want to make sure that we're delivering the best information to you as possible. So thanks for joining us today. We hope you'll join our next webinar, which will be on Tuesday, March 19th. Watch your inbox for details. Thanks again.